Now I'm going to work on a Scarecrow pattern. I've cut 3 of these out. I'm going to do 3 of them at least for right now. It was getting hot out in the garage when I was cutting my wood. And I only got 3 of them cut. So I'm going to make little stakes. You know, they're going to have a stake on them to where you can put them down on the ground. But anyways, it's from Being Creative on Etsy. I bought the pattern from her. Only thing is I did resize my pattern. I really don't know why now, because it wasn't that much. I mean, you can see the head I made quite a bit smaller. But really, her size of pattern would have worked for the stakes anyway. And when you get hers, I mean, you have the brim pattern, and she has a little different crow on hers. I don't have it printed out, so I can't show you, but it has like the crow head that stands up right here. I don't know, I just had this pattern off another one, and I put that up there. I'm going to use that up there for my crow. But I do believe this size would work fine. It'd just be a little bit bigger, but it'd be really cute also. Seems like I've done this pattern. I'm not sure. I'm thinking I might have used this pattern for my big Scarecrow, the tall Scarecrow I made last year, the full-size Scarecrow. But anyways, I got this, and if you want to size it down a little bit, you can just, you know, just bring it in a little bit. Freehand it. It won't take much to do that. I'm not an artist, believe me. I don't draw. But that's what I've made, and I'm going to be painting this. And like I said, I've got 3 of them to make, but I'm only going to make 1 on the video. So I'm going to get started painting. I'll probably figure out what I'm going to put here, because I think when I get mine done, they're going to be on a stake. So I'm going to tie like a handkerchief or something around the neck, and it'll fall down below this. I'm going to start with painting the hat and then the face and whatever color I think I want right here. All right, I'm going to start, and I put my brim on. I'll probably bring it down a little further, but I want to make sure I left plenty of room, so I'll just bring the flesh color up to here. And then for the hat and the shirt, I'm going to use this Americana burnt sienna. This is traditional burnt sienna, and the flesh color I'm using is by Ceramcoat, and it's just AC Flesh. And I'm just going to start out by, oh, and I forgot to tell you, I did cut this out of like 1/4-inch plywood. Just a thin plywood, and I use my scroll saw. But I'll just paint the face, or paint the head, the flesh, and the top sienna. And she has a face pattern. And you cut the nose out also. I think I'm just painting my nose on. I don't think I got my noses cut, because it was so hot out there. But she does have a pattern, but I am going to do my eyes different. Probably just draw some bigger eyes and paint my nose on. I should have went out while it was cool. We had a really nice cool front there for a week or so. And if I had thought about it, I'd have went out there and cut the nose out, the 3 noses, but I didn't. I've cut these out at least a month ago, and it was pretty hot out there. I went out in the morning, and it just got too hot to do anymore. I might go ahead and paint my others while I got this paint out. At least paint the base coats, like the face or the peach and the, well, no, I don't want the same color on the brim, so I want to do them a little different. but I can paint the face. And I'll go ahead and do it from on the back also. Okay, I went ahead and painted all 3 faces with the Delta Ceramic Coat Flesh. And now I am going to start painting the hat. Ooh, that looks red, doesn't it? It's burnt sienna. That's what it's supposed to be. It's a pretty fall color, though. And I don't know. I'm probably going to paint 2 of them this color. And then maybe one I'm going to do in a... Maybe... Let's see. What do I have here? Colonial Mustard. Yeah, that looks like a good color. By Dixie Belle. So I'm just going to finish this up. I'm going to paint 2 of them this color. Once I get these 2 painted this color, I am just going to move on painting and finish one. Okay, I've decided just to shade it in. Just loading the side of my brush. One side has water, one side has the brown, dark brown. Well, it's burnt sienna, actually. To go down a little further in. Okay, and I did that on this one. Load the side of my brush with some paint. Hearing something outside. I can't figure out what it is. Okay, now I'll do this one. A little heavier. Okay, I think that will work. I wonder if I shouldn't. Let's see. That way it'll give me kind of a pattern to follow. Bring it up a little further. That's good. Okay, now I've got to start working on the face. Okay, this is the pattern I had. I got this a long time ago. Of course, I've resized it. And I did look online for it again, and I couldn't find it. It was called a, let's see. It was free. It was Yvette Perrin. That's Y-V-E-T-T-E Perrin, P-E-R-R-I-N. And it was a Scarecrow wine bottle. She had painted a Scarecrow face on a wine bottle, and it was real cute. And I saved it, and I resized it and everything. So that's where I've got it. This one here was just a little bit bigger, and I wanted it smaller, so I sized it down to be smaller. And I'm going to do it old school, and I'm going to use carbon paper. I've got it where I want it. And now I'm just going to trace. This is the nose I should have cut out of quarter inch plywood like I did the rest of it, but I didn't do it. So it's going to get painted on, but it'd be really cute with the dimension. And if I remember right, the way I painted this up here was black. And this was, I think I went a little darker blue with a light blue in there, and then white right in here. It's been a while. Now, where was I at tracing? I've only got that one. Trace my, I'll probably do the eyelashes with a paint pen. Oops. Oh well. I didn't follow the pattern. Yeah, let's see if I got, how much I got of that eye. I get to talking and I forget what I'm doing. Okay. So I need to get this, the eyelashes. I should have sharpened my pencil. Make sure I got it all. Whoops, I moved. I hope I got it all. I don't exactly like that. I'll do that by hand. Now, the face, the nose, or the mouth. See, if I was a really good artist, I could just do this by hand, just start painting it. But I am not. But I do the best I can with whatever I can do. There, that's good. Now, I'm going to get my paint out and start painting this one. I'm going to set this one aside and do it later. And I have two more to do, and I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to do that in the Colonial Mustard. And probably do it, outline it in a dark brown. Well, actually, it's going to be a burnt umber, which is a dark brown. It's the only brown, dark brown I have. All the rest of them are empty. And if I had known that, I picked some up last week at Hobby Lobby. All right, I'm going to get the stuff out, start painting the face. Okay, I'm just painting the eye black, and then I'm going to let it dry. And I'm trying to find a blue for the eye, and I'm going to use this burnt orange for the nose. And I need some good brushes. I just don't take care of my brushes, and they're all cruddy. I'm going to finish painting this, letting it dry. And we'll come back and do the bottom part. Now, I am not, like I said, this woman that done this pattern, she is an artist. She could do this without even looking. But as long as I get something that looks decent, I'm happy. Okay, I'm going to try this. Do I know what I'm doing? No. I'm going to go this side with the blue. I probably got too much. Yep. I need more blue. We'll see. Nah. A little more blue. Put a little more blue up at the top. Mess that up good. It looks all right though, I think. Doesn't look like hers, but I don't paint like her. Okay. Now I'm going to put some white in there. Actually, I'm going to put white in all of it down here. I'll put a little more blue in that. That's looking all right. I needed to clean out my brush a little better. It was a little wet. Boy, it's hard to see. My eyes. I need some clean water. It's okay. Once I get the black lines on it and everything, it'll look all right. Kind of gonna let that dry some and then go over the white with some more white. Kind of darken it up. And there'll be kind of a dark line in there. I think that's okay. Now, the nose. I'm looking for a brush. Oh, my brushes are in front of me. And they're all yucky. Well, they're old. And I haven't taken care of them like I should. Okay, now I'm going to use Burnt Orange by Americana. And I'm just going to paint his nose in. I'm going to let all this dry and then probably use a black pen, paint pen, to fill everything in. And hopefully it'll set it off and look a lot better. I bet every one of these Scarecrow eyes will look different. Oh boy. I'm concentrating. I'm dipping into the tip into my burnt umber. I got a little heavy on that one. So I'm going to push down a little more so I can get some of the water out of the brush. Okay, now I'll let all that dry and get my paint pen. Almost one down and 3 more to go. All right, I finished up the face with an acrylic marker is what I used. I got this set off of Amazon, and they come in handy. I don't use them all the time, but when I need them, they come in really handy. They work well. But I went ahead and just went around this and made some X's and some lines and different things. Went around the nose. I did kind of highlight with brown around the face and the nose. And used the marker to fill the eyelashes and go around the eyes and everything. I have a hard time using paint and a paintbrush. I don't think I have a small enough paintbrush that gives me a good crisp line. And I don't see as well as I used to. But now I am going to paint up the bird. I'm going to use this Colonial Mustard by Dixie Belle on the little beak. Paint it black and then just put some little white accents on it. And when I'm finished with that, I'll start putting some raffia hair on and set the crow up here, and then I'll have to get it and put it on a stake. Or I'll also have to put something around the neck. Okay, I have my little bird painted. And I'm just going to put something on him. Okay. It's actually, where's my other one? Okay, I'm going to dot his eye. And make a couple little dots up here. Probably let that dry a little bit and go over it again. Take my black, just go there. Waiting for that to dry. I wanted to dry that a little bit. Made it a little darker. That is there. I'm going to put a little dot in the eye of black. Don't like it, I'll cover it up. Okay, I think that's done. Okay, now I'm going to heat up my glue gun and get my raffia and some stuff and kind of finish this up so I can take it out, and I need to find a stake. I need to put something around here. I got to gather everything up. All right, if I showed everything I was doing, this video is going to be way too long. But I'm in the process of trying to glue some hair down on here. I think I have enough. I need to start trimming it down. And putting his hat on. The brim of his hat needs to come down about right in there. I'll trim all this off up here. And I went out to the garage and found a thin, probably a 2-inch by 1/4 inch piece of board I had. I V'd it on the end right here, and I made about 30 inches long, and I stained it with just the folk art antiquing wax. This is some I had. It was getting to the bottom and I watered it down. It works just fine. I'll get every bit of it out there I can. And I cut a strip of material, probably 3 inches wide, and let's see, probably about 2 foot long, maybe about 22 foot, or 2 inches long, about like that. And I'll wrap that around here. And I did have a little button. I'll look for it in a little bit that I'm going to put right here, but I'm going to wrap this around here, tie it, and make it come off on the side, I think. Maybe in the middle. I don't know. And put that button on there. And nail him to this board. And I also made a tag. And I don't know where that went. All right, I found my tag and my button. But I'm going to stick the button right here. And then the little tag, I'll hang off the scarf. And all I did was got these tags, a whole long box of them at thrift store. And I just kind of crumpled it like that, kind of to loosen the paper fibers. And I sprayed it with coffee, instant coffee and water. And then I took my instant coffee because it wasn't getting dark enough. And I sprinkled it on and just kind of went like that. And then wiped it back on both sides and let it dry. And then I just freehanded the no crows on the little tag. So I'm going to finish putting this all together. And I'll show you when it's done. Well, guys, here it is finished. And actually, I had some pumpkins to do in this video, but it got really long. So in my next video, you'll see my pumpkins, and that video might be a little shorter. But I hope you enjoyed my process of making my scarecrows. And until the next one, we'll see you later.